Your heart beats softly within your chest. It is a steady rhythm we often take for granted. We see its electrical dance as jagged lines on an ECG. We feel its reassuring pulse at our wrist. For centuries, we have understood this organ primarily as a mechanical pump, a vital, tireless muscle pushing blood through our veins. This view is true, but it is incomplete. It is like describing a forest by only naming one type of tree. New science is painting a far richer, more complex portrait of the heart. It is revealing that our heart is not just a pump. It is a dynamic sensing and communicative organ. It speaks a language of hormones and nerves. It is a small world, deeply connected to every other part of our body. It changes how we think about heart disease. It changes how doctors approach treatment and prevention. The heart is more than a simple machine that can break down. It is an intelligent system that responds to its environment. It reacts to our stress and to our moments of calm. It listens to signals from our brain and even from our gut. It has a limited but real capacity to heal itself. It is a biological marvel that holds the story of our physical and emotional lives within its very muscle fibers. Understanding this complexity is the first step toward a new era of cardiac health. It is a journey from a mechanical view to a holistic one. We are now learning that the heart is also an endocrine organ. This means it produces and releases its own powerful hormones. These hormones travel through the bloodstream. They talk to the kidneys. They help regulate blood pressure. They influence the balance of salt and water in our bodies. This is not the action of a simple pump. This is the work of a sophisticated regulatory center. It is a key player in the body's vast communication network. The heart is not just receiving orders, it is also giving them. This understanding opens up new pathways for treating conditions like high blood pressure and heart failure. This journey of discovery is just beginning. For a very long time, medical textbooks held a firm belief. Once damaged, the heart muscle was scarred forever. Heart cells, or cardiomyocytes, were thought to be unable to divide and renew. An injury from a heart attack was considered permanent. This dogma shaped our approach to cardiac care for decades. The focus was on managing the damage, not on repairing it. But science is a process of constant questioning. New studies are gently rewriting this old rule. Researchers have found evidence that the heart has a small innate ability to regenerate. A quiet, slow process, but real. A tiny spark of renewal exists within the heart itself. Scientists use sophisticated techniques to track heart cells. Special dyes, advanced imaging, watching cells in real time. They have observed some existing heart cells dividing. They split and create young cells that integrate into the muscle. The rate is very low, not near the rapid turnover we see in skin or in the liver. Only a small percentage of heart cells are replaced each year. Not enough to heal a major heart attack by itself. Still, the fact it happens is monumental. It suggests a natural pathway we might support and enhance. This discovery has ignited new research. The central question: how can we encourage this process? Scientists are investigating drugs and therapies. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection. When you get a cut, the area becomes red and swollen. This is acute inflammation at work. It is the immune system rushing in to protect and heal. This process is essential for survival. But what happens when this protective fire never goes out? This is chronic inflammation, and science now knows it is a key villain in the story of heart disease. It is a silent and destructive force that can lead to the blockages that cause heart attacks and strokes. This is not a fire that purifies. It is a fire that slowly destroys. The culprits are often features of modern life. A diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can promote it. A sedentary lifestyle, chronic stress, and exposure to toxins like cigarette smoke all add fuel to the fire. Even the health of our gut can play a role, some of us more susceptible than others. The good news is that we can now detect and treat this hidden inflammation. Lifestyle changes are the first and most important line of defense. For some high-risk individuals, doctors may prescribe medications, like statins, which do more than just lower cholesterol. They also reduce inflammation. This focus on cooling the fire within is a cornerstone of modern heart care. We have long known about the powerful connection between the brain in our head and the heart in our chest. When we feel fear, our heart races. When we are at peace, it beats slowly and steadily. This has always been seen as a one-way street. It turns out the heart has its own intrinsic nervous system. It is a complex network of neurons and neurotransmitters. Some scientists have nicknamed it the little brain or the heart brain. This system allows the heart to sense, process information. Remember, this heart brain contains around 40,000 neurons. They allow the heart to maintain its own rhythm even if separated from the main brain. They help it respond to changes in blood pressure and chemistry on a beat-to-beat basis. The heart is constantly sending signals up to the brain. A calm, coherent heart rhythm sends a signal to the brain that all is well. For centuries, poets and songwriters have known that extreme emotion can feel like a physical blow to the heart. We speak of being heartbroken after a profound loss. Now, medical science is confirming that this is more than just a metaphor. Takotsubo, cardiomyopathy broken heart syndrome. First described in Japan, scan shape resembled a takotsubo, octopus trap. A clear example of emotion impacting the physical heart. Symptoms can mimic a heart attack. Arrival at the hospital, abnormalities on ECG, elevated cardiac enzymes. Angiogram to look for a blocked artery, none found. Instead, left ventricle weakened, ballooned out. Heart muscle temporarily stunned. Leading theory, massive surge of stress hormones, adrenaline. With supportive care, recovery in days or weeks. Typically no permanent damage. Emotional health is not separate from physical health. The idea that our digestive system could influence our heart might seem strange at first. The key to this connection lies in the trillions of tiny organisms living in our gut. They help us digest food, produce essential vitamins, train our immune system. As they break down the food we eat, they produce a vast array of substances. These compounds are absorbed into our bloodstream. Some of these substances are beneficial. They can help reduce inflammation, improve the health of our blood vessels. For example, when certain gut bacteria digest nutrients like choline, carnitine, red meat, eggs, they produce a substance called TMA. The liver then converts TMA into a compound called TMAO. High levels of TMAO in the blood have been strongly linked to an increased risk of heart attacks, strokes. The food we eat directly feeds the microbial community in our gut. A diet high in fiber tends to nourish beneficial bacteria. The idea of a prescription diet, a specialized probiotic tailored to improve heart health, is no longer science fiction. The science of the heart is in a moment of profound transformation. We are moving beyond the old mechanical model of a simple pump. We are beginning to see the heart for what it truly is, a sensing organ. We have seen that it holds a small capacity to regenerate. We understand its vulnerability to the slow fire of chronic inflammation. We have discovered its own intrinsic nervous system, its little brain. We have witnessed its direct connection to our deepest emotions, its surprising link to the invisible world of microbes within our gut. Each discovery adds a new layer of wonder and complexity. It is for all of us. It empowers us with a deeper understanding of how to protect this vital organ. The simple, timeless advice to care for our hearts now has a new scientific weight behind it. AI that can read ECGs with superhuman precision, growing heart tissue in labs. This science is moving with incredible speed. It offers hope where there was once only management. Ultimately, the story of the heart is a human story. The heart keeps its steady beat for us. We must, in return, keep it safe. We must listen to our hearts, both literally and figuratively. These small, daily acts of care are powerful medicine. Follow Heart Health Awareness for more.